Let's bring in now Professor Emeritus at Harvard University, Alan Dershowitz. Great to see you, sir.
Thank you.
Personally, we've interviewed you so many times, Professor Dershowitz, about a situation similar to this one. It always seemed like such an abstraction. I just wanted to get your personal reaction when you found out that the Ayatollah had been killed.
I was very pleased. I spoke both to President Trump and to Prime Minister Netanyahu about the threat posed by Iran. And I think without disclosing what anybody said to me, I think everybody, civilized world today, should be as pleased with the death of the Ayatollah as they were when other great tyrants, Stalin and Hitler and others, died violent deaths of the kind that they imposed on other people. So I think it's a day for celebration. It's interesting. Tonight is tomorrow night is the Jewish holiday of Purim, where the Jews had to survive a genocidal attempt by the Persian people, and the villain ultimately was killed along with many. Of course, that biblical story was repeated in Tehran with the killing of the Ayatollah and, unfortunately, some members of his family as well.
Professor, talk to us a bit. There's a lot of politics already at play in Washington. House members headed back to Washington on Tuesday for this vote, trying to overturn the president's authority that is protected by the War Powers Act. Walk us through that. Help the average American understand why the president had the authority to initiate this strike or partner with Israel on this strike, and where his power does start and stop, if you can.
Well, it's very clear where it starts. He is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces and naval forces of the States. The only restriction on was part of the originally wanted a broader prohibition, couldn't wage war, engage in war, but the father Constitution, James Madison, said no, that was too restrictive. Congress only has the power to declare war, a power they haven't exercised since 1942 against Romania. We've had how many wars since that time? Korea, Vietnam, you name it. And the Democrats have never insisted at that point that the president exceeded his authority. So what we're seeing is a Democratic attempt to misuse the Constitution against only a Republican president. And the attack the other day against Iran is paradigmatically legal as to what the president can do. You can't ask for congressional approval for a secret attack when you have a gathering of all the leaders. Maybe you have an hour or 2 hours secretly to pull that off. And Israel and the United States together were able to do that with great success. They couldn't do it if they had to go to a leaking Congress. Imagine members of Congress not leaking this information. Of course they would. We see so many Democrats today who are appalled at the success of the American army, the Israeli army, and they're not taking time to, mourn the death of the brave soldiers that died, American soldiers. They should be supporting the military. They should be supporting the president, whether you're a Democrat or Republican. And let me tell you what the president did, perfectly constitutional, perfectly lawful, and any attempt to restrict the president's power the way the Democrats want to do it would be unconstitutional.
Some of the statements that have been made by Democrats are absolutely ridiculous. And American public, I'm sure, sees right through it. Professor Dershowitz, thank you so much. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.